That's crazy. I packed this plate. 이래전 저 어떠 guys? Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode today. Today we have Backrooms and we're gonna be eating Chinese food. Chinese food for me like gives like Backrooms vibe because you know like right the Backrooms I would associate like the mall. And the mall has a lot of like, especially like during a certain time when there's nobody, when you go to like the way back, like Bassett, like it kind of looks a little creepy, you know? And then right next to the food court, very nostalgic. So this is kind of like my first time going to this restaurant called Quik Wok. And it's a buffet, so I went and I just got everything. I kind of mashed it all in one plate. But here it is, guys. Look at this. Oh my God, I'm so scared to drop this. Please tell me you can see this. Please tell me. So, okay, I got a lot of things. So I got chow mein, I got fried rice, what's it called? And then I got, I think it's like orange chicken. Well, I don't know. It looked good. Sesame street chicken, some broccoli and beef or broccoli and chicken, and then some cheese. I forgot what these called. What are these called again? Cheese. Something with an R. Rangoon. I know I'm saying that totally wrong. But yeah. Oh, and then I got some wings because I was like, oh, you know, let me try the wings. Very, very American, you know? But you already know. We're going to jump in, eat some food, eat some grub. And we'll talk about the movie because there's lots to talk about. I know I've been waiting to do this video. I was so excited to do this video. But look at this. I'm going to show it to you guys one more time. That's crazy. I packed this plate. I packed this crazy. All right, I'm gonna set the wings to the side because they're like on top of the plate. That was like the last thing. I was like, you know, let me add a little extra. All right, let's dig in, guys. Okay. It was between this one and another restaurant. I was gonna do Panda, and I'll do it at some point, but I wanna try something different, you know? I wanna try more local spots. But so far, this is pretty good. And they got some of this. It's not focusing. Mmm. Okay. Oh my God, I just noticed this, guys. Is it in the whole time? Oh my God, that was. Let me fix this, guys. Okay, now you don't see the mic anymore. Sorry, guys. Thank God I like noticed right away, because imagine the whole video would have been super distracting. I'm curious for these things. I think it's like cheese on them or something. Mmm. That's bomb. I'm gonna try it with this. Dipped And I have a feeling it's gonna be spicy. At least I hope it is. Ooh, God.
It's definitely one of those.
Whoa. That is crazy. Wow, that's a spicy. Oh man. Alright, I gotta take it easy on that. With some soy sauce on here. Okay, we definitely gotta take it easy on that. Cause oh. Woo, guys. Let me get some water real quick because that was spicy as hell. Right there. Okay. I love buffets, guys. I love it. I know I've mentioned it before, but I love being there. I love all types. I love having options. I don't know what that says about me as a person, but I love options. So it's like anything, an all-American buffet, Chinese, anything. It's like there's more than one thing. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat everything, you know. And this restaurant's been here for a while, so my first time going, I've always passed by it, so I'm glad I'm finally trying it now. The chicken's good. I think it's like teriyaki chicken. I think this is what it is. This is bomb. Oh yeah. This is like the best, like, this is exactly what you would find at a mall. This wasn't at a mall, but like, some Chinese food at a mall is like really good, you know? I'm gonna have to put a sriracha. Sriracha, because that ain't spicy. I can handle that. I'm Latino. Let's see. Ooh, but I'm still recovering from that. That was crazy. I don't think I'm gonna do that again, to be honest. Or at least not as much, cause oh my, that was rough. But I like that, cause sometimes in a lot of restaurants, at least in my opinion, don't have a really good like hot sauce or like salsa, or at least that it's memorable. We're like, whoa, because I always want it to be very spicy, you know. Like even it jumps into the territory of not enjoying it, I'm still gonna enjoy it, you know. Look at that. Yeah, chonchotas. Look at that. Oh my god. Yeah, chonchotas, guys. And let's see how they make the wings here. All right, let's go 1, 2. Okay, not bad, not bad. It's a little bit dry in my opinion, but I still like it. Backrooms, directed by Kane Parsons, written by Will Sodick and Kane Parsons. After a therapist's patient disappears into a dimension beyond reality, she must venture into the unknown to save him. Alright, okay, lots to talk about, guys. Lots to talk about. One of them, I want to make it the fact that this is an amazing achievement milestone from a very young director. 20 years old, Kane Parsons. He was the one that created this whole lore with Backrooms. There was a forum, somebody had written about, you know, I don't know if it was just a description or they had a picture of like just a random backroom that we know of now. And he just kind of built up on it, and he was just being creative. He was just some kid in a bedroom and just started messing around and became this phenomenon of like, whoa, is like, is this real? Oh my God, this is like, the imagination runs wild. And the box office, total box office king. Backrooms, I mean, such a huge achievement coming from this young director. It was his first time, 20 years old, handling such a big scope with sets, actors, you know, writing it, like, it goes down the list, but he had a lot writing on this. Like, there was a, talk about pressure. That's a humongous amount of pressure. And fortunately enough, he conquered. I really, really liked it. I didn't love it, per se, and I'll dive into why. But, I mean, that achievement alone is what makes me appreciate the movie even more, to be honest, because I don't think anybody can sit there and be like, this is a bad movie. I mean, I feel like you kind of can. I mean, it's subjective, but, I mean, when I was 20, I wasn't making movies like that, you know, and if I had, I don't know if it would have been at that level, because I don't think I would have had that experience. And kudos to him. My hat's off to him, the rest of the crew and cast, everybody that was involved with this, and they pulled it off. And I really, really appreciated the performances coming from Chidwell, Renee. Like, everybody was really good, and they helped move the story forward. And the sets were amazing. I mean, I don't know what was practical and what was just CGI, because most of it just looked real, like it was practical. I mean, I know they built the sets, but I don't know to what extent. And beautiful. I was like, whoa, I can only imagine as an actor being in that space. I would rather be in that space than in just a green screen, you know? Like, that, to me, helps me be in the rhythm of the story and realize the scope it is. And I honestly wouldn't even turn into acting at that point. If I get lost in the background, it's like, oh, that's real me, you know? Let's go for another bite, guys. But performance was off the charts. I will give that. Starting from the opening, I was hooked. I was like, I love found footage. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but it's one of my favorite subgenre in horror. Found footage, I think, instantly, aesthetically, always makes the movie a little bit more disturbing than normal, because it feels like you're watching something that you're not supposed to, and that element has always fascinated me. And this movie has a great combination of both found footage and just narrative, just regular, just filmmaking. But I was hooked from the start, and it was nice seeing that actor from Victorious in the beginning. I thought that was a really cool cameo, just a really cool surprise. And I've seen him, and funny enough, I had seen him in Our Hero Balthazar, my last review. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. So back to back, I'm like, oh cool, it was cool seeing him back to back, and I'm glad he's getting more opportunities, because I really, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed his performance in both, and even though it was short, he was great. He killed it. He understood the assignment. And you know, I went to go watch with my brother, and the way he was getting scared, I wasn't getting scared that much because I think I've watched movies where it was like a bit more on the disturbing side, and so it's kind of hard to phase me. I did have a few jump scares that got me just because that's the nature of jump scares, but seeing his reaction kind of made me enjoy the movie more because he was really fascinated by it. And he doesn't watch a lot of horror, but he really wanted to go to this one. And him getting scared was like, okay, this is what it's all about. I mean, this is the magic of horror. Like, you're intrigued, you're curious, and then at the same time you're like, oh my god, this is like scary. Like, oh, it kind of draws you in more. And if a horror movie does that, it did its job. It did its job. I absolutely love these guys. Please tell me in the comment section what are these called. There's only one that are. But I gotta watch out with this spicy because I don't know if that's enough, guys. It's like the hot ones, the dab. Wish me luck. No, that was a good amount. Crazy how just a little bit makes a huge difference. Cause even from that, I'm still getting a little heat by. Very thoroughly impressed by King Parsons. I mean, and also handling 2 Academy Award winning actors, or at least one of them is. That's a huge feat to climb over. I can't even picture being myself in this situation. I can barely do it now, but that's because with experience, you know, the more short films that I've done, the more I learn, and I'm like, the more confidence grows within me. And my respects goes to him all the way through. Him, Curry Barker, their life is changing overnight. They've not overnight because they've been at this for a while. I mean, a lot of people would think it's overnight, but that takes a lot of effort. That's a lot of work there. Both of them come from just coming from the YouTube space. Incredible where that's gotten a lot of the filmmakers that we know now. It's totally paving a new way in Hollywood of like, there's many routes to go, but YouTube is not considered, at least right now, a huge one. There's a lot of talent on YouTube, and that's where we should be looking, right? I mean, to scout talent, young talent, grabbing them and putting them in a grand scope like this, it's a huge shot in the dark, but I mean, it's been paying off. This paid off back to back. Curry Barker and King Parsons, they've accomplished it. Let me show you guys. I'm tearing this up, guys. Not gonna lie. I'm tearing this up. Oh man, I haven't done one of these videos in a while, like with Chinese food. The last time I did it was for another local restaurant, but in LA. That was fun. It was right by the apartment. It was like 5-minute walk. This is a big one right here. But let's dive into my little criticisms. As much as I really liked it, again, my respect is there. That last act felt a little rushed in my opinion. Strong opening, intrigued, right? Cool character. I'm there. Characters, you know, relating to them. You know, empathy. A lot of empathy there. It's building, 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 and then all of a sudden, it kind of screeches to a halt, and now it's like I feel the rush in the storytelling. I feel the rush in the edit where everything is going a little too fast paced, and I'm like, whoa, 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 okay, like. Because I felt like they were just trying to like, okay, let's show you all the creepy stuff like at the same time. Like, let's boom, 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 boom. And to me, it was a little off because also it wasn't creepy enough. It wasn't eerie enough. They perfectly set it up, but I don't think they executed it right. The short films that I've seen, the first thing that I saw from the Backrooms was like a little video, and that terrified me. I was younger, and that terrified me, and I wanted that same feeling as if when I watched the first clip of it, and it didn't. I wasn't creepy. There was moments of creepiness, but it didn't emphasize it enough for me. Like that one, spoiler alert, but there was one part. It's not much of a spoiler alert, but it was like this guy was at around the Christmas tree. And you see stuff on the ground. That was creepy. I was like, whoa, that's disturbing. I was like, oh. And I would have loved to have seen more of that. That same feeling that I got from that scene alone, would have loved if they had kept that pace throughout. And all of a sudden, they just kind of, at the beginning half of the movie, we become really intrigued in the architect, the character, played by the amazing actor Chidwell Ejiofor. I don't know if I said his name right. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce it, but he, you know, I was really intrigued by him, and especially when he goes to the therapist's office and he starts explaining, especially when he goes into his background of like, the big thing is like, he's exploring why his wife left him, and he's got issues and stuff. And they just totally disregarded him in the later half of that movie, and I was like, what? Like, just like that, you know? Especially when he starts talking about how he found it. I would have loved to have seen him just kind of explore into the madness, because I didn't really buy it later on when he, you know, starts getting a little more like antsy and more where he's like basically possessed by the Backrooms. I didn't really buy that. I would have loved to have seen him descend into the madness instead of just talking about it, because his character just talks about how deep he is in it. But I would love to have seen it, like, actually physically, visually, him there every day during work. He like goes and visits and he starts doing stuff, and I would have loved to have seen that. You know, I think there was a lost opportunity in that. But throughout, I really cared about the therapist. I forgot what her name was, but her character was so interesting to me, especially when they jumped into her background, her childhood, which plays a huge part into the movie. I really enjoyed her, and I mean, she's a stellar actress. I've mentioned her before, Sentimental Valley, The Worst Person in the World, amongst many other movies. She's incredible. I feel like everything she's in, she's just, no doubt that it's always just another amazing freaking performance. Yeah, and she was so good throughout, and she really carried the movie for me, in my opinion. So I props to her. She did awesome. I really bought her like terrified. Like, she was all terrified throughout the movie. I really bought that. I really bought how scared she was. It made me feel like I was in there with her, especially when she was trying to escape. I was like, whoa, like, imagine being in that situation. I honestly, if I was in the Backrooms, one, I wouldn't be a good protagonist, because honestly, I would have just died. I would have descended into the madness. But I'd be checking, knowing my luck, I'd be checking every door, and the one that ends up like opening would be the one that gets me killed. Like, I'd be like, oh no, because there was times in that movie where obviously, you know, characters are going through the doors, they're trying to escape a certain thing, and they always find a way out. And I don't think I would have been capable of finding a way out, and I would have just gave in. I was like, just take me. We're almost done, guys. I'm really enjoying all of this. I had a hard time picking one movie, to be honest with you. Because I didn't know what the vibe was. That's why I was putting in my notes, like, what food should I eat? I don't know what the vibe is. Because it's a very specific vibe. All suggestions were very cool, by the way. It was very different. I was like, okay, interesting. But then ultimately, I was like, oh, Chinese food. And I was craving it. I mean, I gotta crave it too, you know. But thank goodness. It is super enjoyable right now. Done with the main meal. Now we gotta finish the wing and the 2 little cheese things. But look at this, guys. Some rice fell, but it's okay. Alright, let's hit it. The wings are not bad. I just wish they were a bit spicier. And briefly, I thought about putting this over it, the sauce, but no. I feel like I just barely got out of it. Clean right there. Now we just need 2 of these. I don't know what that laugh was. I have no idea, sorry guys, but I'm gonna dip it a bit. I love these things. So freaking good. And put it in the leftover sauce right here. I was hoping they were gonna have these low key. I don't know, I feel like that was too much. Alright, last thing right here. Guys, we are done. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, eating with me as always. Despite of my criticisms of Backrooms, I really enjoyed it. And I'm definitely gonna buy it in Blu-ray for sure. Physical media all the way, guys. Come on. Please buy physical media, guys. And if you're in the area, go check out Quik Wok at Loma Land. It's 1320 Loma Land Drive. Go check Quik Wok. It's really good. And yeah, it's like a little small business, local business, and support local. Go check it out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for coming again. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? Peace.